from C Sportsnet. Undisputed. With Mason Tyler, Jason Gallagher, and Matthew Mistixo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Mason Tyler's Undisputed with Jason Gallagher and Matthew Mistixo. That's the intro right there. That's the intro right there. Lovely. All right. I hope. I'm bad at this. The tier list, yeah, the tier list. We gotta talk tiers. All right,
We got
Mistixo, you got the teams, yes. The NRRA teams. There's a lot of them, man. Look at this freaking spreadsheet. I'm counting more than 6 or 7. There's 23 teams. There's 23 teams registered for the NRRA. Now, that is based off the season 30 spreadsheet. Not sure if Dylan has touched this in a while, but we're going to rank these teams, and there's already going to be some teams I like. There's going to be some teams I don't like, We're going to talk more specifically about the drivers as well, because that's going to be important. But that's all dependent if Stixo has the tier list ready to go. Our Mr. Resident Smart Guy.
I'm finishing it up right now.
All right, to kill more time then.
There will be one team missing. Polaris Performance Club does not have a
Polaris Performance Club. Look, I don't mean to be that guy. They sound pretty damn irrelevant. Look, there's a lot of new teams this season. I mean, the big season 30. It's the big 26, the big season 30. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't want to say nobodies because that's a harsh way of putting it. But dude, I do not know who a lot of people are like anymore. It's completely different than what it used to be. And that's just the way it is, Oh, here we go. Let's see this tier list.
that attracts a lot of attention.
We full screen this bitch. Alrighty. Wonderful.
All right.
Cool.
So, what team do we have
Am I
first?
recording? Okay, I'm recording.
You're recording?
I'm recording.
So first up, we have Avery Motorsports, consisting of Duno Ray, Noodles, and Cody Goforth.
Okay. Let me say something here real quick about those two drivers, because both of them drive for my team in other leagues. Cody Goforth has driven for me in RSCA, and Dune has driven for me somewhere. That's a Ray question. But all I'm going to say is this is not a bad lineup by any means. I don't think this is a great team to start with, because they're not going to be. They're definitely not going to be bottom of the barrel. But I'm not even putting them within pissing distance of S or A tier. So I think, to put Avery Motorsports at a C, that's where we're going to start with them. If you guys have anything else to say about that.
Seems about right.
Seems about right.
So, who the fuck is Noodles Love 2011?
Dude, that's beyond me. I have no idea who these people are. And that's driving me crazy. I don't know who these people are. What are they doing here? Not to, divide any attention here, but there's just too many damn people I don't know, man. How am I supposed to make an episode on Mason Tyler's Undisputed if I can't even dispute who these people are? So
Noodles, I will say I've raced with Noodles a few times. Noodles is not that bad of a driver, but I would not say he is not that good either. No offense to you, Noodles.
So he's just kind of there.
Look, man,
I would say
the only
he's
noodles
there,
I
yeah.
care
Instead of
about is
compete,
noodles
I
and
don't think
company.
he'd be
I like
competing
my
for
carbs.
things often.
So who's next? Who's next? On that little.
I like looking at
New-
Discord on my other monitor because it's just a fucking dog talking for me.
Yeah, I have the best profile picture in the world. It's everyone should know that. Well, agree to disagree, I guess. So we got Avery Motorsports locked in at C tier. Is that Bottle Racing I see next?
It is Bottle Racing next.
Oh boy! Let me tell you about Bottle Racing.
Fucking F.
All right, straight to F. They're gonna need to censor this so much.
I don't know if we can actually curse or not.
They'll censor it in post, right? Come on, guys, you'll censor it in post, right? Yeah, please do. Because here's the thing: this is a unfiltered show, And let me tell you. Oh, did you just ask him?
Yeah.
You know what? Here's what I think about bottle racing. So, as someone who's driven for bottle racing in the past, just taking a look at those guys on their lineup, there's a lot to like. I don't hate it. I think I'd put them. I don't think they're going to be an elite force because it's Fallen and who else on the team? Bottle.
And then Monkey got off.
Oh, Monkey. So Monkey got hops. Let me tell you about Monkey. This is a guy. Now that's a guy. He wins when you least expect it. And, he's driven a lot for a lot of good teams in the past. He's been a championship threat in the past. I mean, he's going to be one to, I think, really be someone who could be an underdog if he can make these races. Obviously he's taken, a bit more time off,
Mason, can I interrupt
given that
for a second? What the fuck is on the right of Matthew's stream? Oh, it's gone. Never mind.
Oh, it's ads, man. You don't have your ad blocker up? What the hell, man?
There's an ad for
bottle
an
racing
test.
And then, dude, SoFor.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about SoFor. SoFor, I would love to see him win more, but he just ain't he's just not a winning type of driver. He's a very consistent driver. He'll get a win here. I don't want to say he's the Brian Vickers, the NRRA, because he's not on Epstein's Island, but I mean, he's just kind of there, and I love the guy. He's driven for me. I have nothing but positive things. And overall, though, this is a solid lineup. This is one of those lineups. It's just tough. I don't think it's going to be S tier, but I would be, let's put him at A. I'm like an A.
What else are they?
Alrighty.
Just a straight up square.
Feel free to stop me if you guys disagree, but I think these takes, they're rock solid right now. Now, what I don't think is so rock solid is what the hell is a DT Motorsports?
DT, is that?
I have no
DT?
clue, but right now they have D Colby, and they have Roy 1299. All three of those drivers are rookies.
A 3-rookie force. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know who any of these guys are. I'm not familiar with their game. I'm not familiar with it. It's like, I don't know, man. And I will say, I don't like the team name. I don't like the logo either. What the hell is that logo? I almost worked for a guy named DT, and he was kind of a prick. So I'm just really tying in my personal experience here. I don't know if I really mess with this team. I don't, have you guys ever raced any of these guys before?
I raced Colby the first time, literally less than 2 hours ago. So, but I never got like side by side action. I do not know how they race. I do not know if they are good, but I do not want to underestimate the team because I've heard their names around in the road racing community.
I can't not disagree with that. This is a team that, I don't want to, I want to be nice too, but this show isn't about being nice. Go ahead until they prove themselves. That first letter in their team name, D, put them in D.
He's nice.
If you're going to have D in your name, you're going to D tier. That's why Swift starts with an S. Go to S tier. But we're not to Swift yet, so we'll talk about that later. Now, this is a team I'm excited to talk about next, though. Now, Mystic, so do you want to lead us into this next team, man?
Well, the next team is actually my team.
F.
Which is
Internal
Dynamics.
It's like we just started talking about hell. This is super hell. Like, dude, I don't. What the hell is an eternal dynamic? So a funny story, Mystic. So let me tell you something. I was speaking with, we're all very familiar with Marcus, and we were talking, and he's the one who said he suggested the team name to you to open this race team, Eternal Dynamics. And I guess Marcus's words, not mine. It is supposed to be a ED joke. If the Viagra type of joke, the Denzi type of joke.
Ever.
And he said you fell for it. Now, I don't think Eternal Dynamics is a bad name, but abbreviated it is ED. And we don't have an E tier, lucky for you. So
We do have an F tier.
we do have an F tier, though.
And I don't know who the fuck TB Dan 1E is.
I always looked at it like it was TB dangle, like, man, balls dangling. Not to get too vulgar here, but dude, I mean, looking at this Roblox avatar, I'm seeing a white head with the default smiley face. These guys are either the most terrifying drivers on the planet, or they are the most stupid, absolutely brain dead, poor excuse for a Roblox racer ever. And I'm not sure if I quite want to flip that coin. And given that it's your team, Mystixo, I want to give you some credit that you know what you're talking about. But again, one car, I'm kind of torn here. The nice guy in me is like, yeah, go ahead, put that in B tier. But the realist in me is like, that's probably a C tier team. So Dur, you're gonna need to step in here, man.
I'm thinking
For me,
D
honestly,
tier,
I will say,
because-
I was gonna say, I would put my own team in D. I would say Daniel is pretty good of a driver, but I don't think he has that experience in these type of brake setups that we're gonna be running this season. I would not put myself or my team any higher than a C tier because that would be expecting high for Daniel. And it's like pretty sure first time in these brake setups.
Yeah.
Until
I
he's
mean,
proven
I
himself,
personally
put that
put
in
them
D.
right. I'll put myself right there.
Put him right there.
It's not ridiculous to say that. I get behind that. Now, I'm looking at these next 4 teams we're going to cover. And I got a feeling about some of them. Let me tell you. So, this is not me being biased. Maybe a little bit, but this show isn't your 7:00 news. This isn't going to be unbiased, and even then, it's not unbiased. But let me tell you about Full Throttle Racing. So this is basically, many are familiar with Swift Motorsports. This is a Swift Motorsports satellite team. That is the reason this team exists. But Full Throttle Racing has come into its own, especially last season. You look back to season 29, and this is the first team we can talk about prior season performances. We could talk about that with Bottle Racing. We go back to Bottle Racing. Bottle Racing does have a legacy, and it's more like a but it's not like it's a very inconsistent legacy. They either exist or they don't. It's like Schrodinger's cat, right? So, I mean, it's So with Full Throttle Racing, though, kind of came into existence about 2 seasons ago as a result of now he's not in the league anymore, but some of you may know Gifted, also known as Bryce Elliott. He was a very prominent figure, for better or for worse, in the NRRA, and he had a team that eventually got bought, and then that team got replaced by Full Throttle Racing. So, I mean, Mystixo, you're on this team, I'm on this team, and we got our buddy Lexus on this team. I don't know if it's entirely fair to say that 2 of the people who are talking about this are about to tier list this team. But, I mean, I'll say this much, man. The test races, outside of COTA, I felt like I was doing pretty damn good. I won the Charlotte test race. That I get the distinction of I won the first ever recorded race on C Sports. Okay, and then now did I win the others? No, I mean it was ass. So, but I don't know. I'm liking Full Throttle Racing, and Dur,
So,
you can
you're
feel free to
both-
stop me whenever.
I think,
about
you're
this.
both on this team, so I think it's up to me to rank this one.
I was gonna say that it's the best for Dur. It's the most
I don't know. I think
unbiased.
you should go straight into S tier.
I'm
Very nasty.
thinking S, but I'm
I-
also thinking like a really high A.
You know what? Given that Lexus only has a couple years of experience, same thing goes for Mystixo too. I mean, dude. It's not ridiculous to say that. If we're going, we don't want to base this purely off experience, but
Now, I do know Lexus from Aska. He did do Aska. He wasn't terrible. He was pretty all right. So I think Matthew just lost connection from the Roblox game. So, anyways, but he's not a bad driver.
Oh.
Nope. He's coming back. So I think you got a half decent Lexus. You got a pretty good Mathieu. You got a washed Mason. I'm thinking S. probably gonna eat my words, but I'm thinking S.
You know what? I can get behind that. You know, as someone who has been washed for a couple seasons now, I mean, I'm glad we're not having the GOAT debate just yet on this little show because, you know, I mean, there's plenty of GOATs in row racing. There's plenty of GOATs in the NRRA, but the thing is with season 30 of the NRRA, it's ushering in a new era. So it is kind of hard to tier list this stuff. It's hard to who's who, you know, in this great scheme of things. But I mean, shoot, Mystixo, you raced Aska, right?
I did for a little bit, yes.
Okay, so this is a team still that has, you know, all drivers have raced Aska. Granted, I've only made a couple, you know, and like you said, Dirt, Lexus was, you know, he was decent, you know, and that's why he was picked up on that team. So I'm not disagreeing with any of this, but this next team, oh man, this next team. Let me tell you about Go Slow Racing. Go Slow Racing. I've won a championship for this team. Not to make this about me, but to totally make this about me. But you now have two legends, two of the GOATs, greatest of all time in the NRRA on a team. Now, there's a common question with these two guys. You know, Braylon and James. Are they going to be active? And I hate to, you know, I don't want to say this. I don't think so. You know, I don't. Now, this team has, I couldn't even give you an estimate of how many wins and championships. I think it's 4 championships between these two drivers. So I really couldn't tell you. But it's,
However,
it's something.
Gotta usher in the fact that they're both pretty damn washed.
I know. And when I talk about these two, it's like talking to, yeah, you know, it's like seeing some of your favorite athletes get old, man. You know, our priorities in life change, you know, and these are two guys, they've had that. And I don't know. I would be damned. I think they're a B tier team. You know, I love them to death, man. I love these guys to death, but I don't think they're quite scrapping A, and they're not. It's not an S level force, you know. But
I agree.
Mystixo, what do you think? You know, you aren't as familiar with these two guys as me and Dur are.
That's my problem. I do not really know anybody. I don't really know the team, the history about it. I would say a B tier is a fair, if I can even get.
See, this is man, Mystixo, you're just kind of pissing me off because you know you need to study up on your NRA history, man. Like dust off the history book that you refuse to read, you know, and take a look. Take a look. Just go back in the archives, man. You know, whatever, man. All right. Who else? Who do we got next? Who do we got next?
You got GR.
Oh boy.
Toyota Gazoo Racing.
Oh brother. Oh Lord.
And the only driver is Malik Vega.
Oh my God. You know.
So let me tell you about Malik Vega.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I remember he used to drive, or whatever my team was back in the day. He drove the 9 truck.
Oh.
The sponsor was like G-Shock or something. And I was proud of that scheme. It was the best scheme that my dumbass has ever made at that point. Do I remember if he was good? No. He might be washed. I'm not sure. But I think he's half decent. I think he's like a B.
Okay. Let me pump the brakes right there. Because I love, you know, Malik, one of the funniest dudes in the row racing garage. I've raced with him off and on, you know, because he was in, you know, when the NRRA had its truck series, it's D2, way back when, the first time around, not the second time around. He wasn't much, you know, he didn't talk much. The second time around, you know, comes back, he took a hiatus. He's like, I'm back. And I'm like, oh man, this is like the equivalent of like, freaking Stephen Light coming back, you know. And if you want a real world NASCAR comparison. And the notoriety with GR Racing, other than the memes behind it, in the NRRA Discord server, is that the greatest this team has ever done is when Ray drove for it prior to him joining Swift Motorsports. That is the peak of the team, and that will probably stay the peak of the team. Because Malik would either be running last or multiple laps down just ahead of a couple other guys, depending on the track. He's not a front runner. Now, if it came down to fuel strategy, if it came down to some miracle, I think we could see that 09 Toyota Gazoo Racing back in victory lane. But I don't know if that's going to happen with how stiff the competition is. So I would think he's more of a C tier. That team's more C tier.
Okay.
Not to hate on Malik, but this is, and you got to think about it. We put Go Slow at B. I feel like it's disrespectful to put Toyota Gazoo right there with them, because the only reason we put Bottle Racing and Full Throttle above it is, rock solid lineups, so, and we still got a couple of hard hitting teams to go yet. So, but who do we got next?
Next, we have GT Autosport with K's running as a rookie.
I feel like I've seen this name before, but I can't say much about it. What about you guys?
I've never heard this name in my life.
K's, all right. So let me tell you, K's, he is a very on or off driver. He'll either be doing decent for the day, he'll be either doing terrible. From the days I remember racing K's, he was doing okay. I know back in ERS when K's ran a lot, he was struggling a lot. And sometimes he'll be up there, but he'll just fall off right away. I do not really see K's being too much of a threat. I don't really see K's doing too well overall. I believe K's can actually just be there. I think he'll be there to be able to make the field. I don't really think he'll be able to compete too much for the wins or any good finishes. But I think he'll be a good asset for GT to build on for now, just because of some potential he could have. Because at times when he did do good, he was doing amazing. He would win races, and that's basically it. He was never really in between driver. Like I mentioned earlier, he was really on or off.
I know plenty of drivers like that, and I don't think it's now it's funny you bring up ERS, because I have never raced ERS. Okay, I've heard a lot of people that do. I've heard a lot of good, and I've heard a lot of horrible, abysmal, some of the worst of the worst drivers that World Racing has ever seen has come through that cesspool. Now, not to call ERS a cesspool, but when you have that stigma of, you got the guys doing it for the love of the game, or you got some that can't compete with the big dogs, it makes sense why he's kind of hit or miss. So, I mean, with a team, he's a single car team. I would think that's, since I'm thinking D tier only because he doesn't have kind of the history in these types of, in the NRRA or these types of cars in general. I would put him maybe below Eternal Dynamics. Maybe not tied about Eternal Dynamics. I don't think he's quite like DT, at least with the DT Motorsports. They have drivers, and then the reason we put GR above them is because Malik, has had history. So I don't know. I'm thinking D, somewhere in the middle.
I agree with that. I really think, I don't really think K's is that big or threatening of a driver. So I believe D will actually fit him perfectly.
Oh yeah. Now, let me tell you about this next team. Oh man,
this team's got some heavy hitters in this next one.
This team is, dude, all three of these guys, mainly the last one, mainly the one who drives the 84, I have had some very good battles with. Some I've lost, and even fewer of those I've won. And the guy who drives that 28 car, that's another force to be reckoned with too. Oh my God. Green Flag Motorsports. Outlaw Quan, and Ethan. Look, here's the thing. Here's what I notice. None of these guys were really too prevalent in testing. And that's kind of that's the only thing that's kind of been sticking in my head. Because historically, all three of these guys, maybe not as much Outlaw. Outlaw has had some success, but not as much as Quan or Ethan has. And the NRRA or in just in road racing in general. But this team, I feel like this has got, if we put bottle racing at A, this has got to be an easy S team right here. Now I have a kind of hot take on this. I think this season's champion could be on this team. Oh boy, dude. So here's the thing. Look, nothing against any of these guys. And maybe I'm saying this out of some subconscious spite. But everyone, look, I'm not saying everyone glazes Green Flag Motorsports. But I don't think this season's champion is on that team. I just don't think it is. I mean, I think Quan is, he could get close. I think Ethan, maybe him too. But I feel like it's going to be someone who shocks us, someone who's unsuspectedly good with this. And there's a certain team on this list that everyone points to, and I'm going to disagree with that too. Like I said, it's hard for me to pick a favorite out of anybody right now. That's what really bothers me.
I will say Ethan has adapted to our new cars pretty well.
He's a very adaptable driver.
I haven't seen Ryan, but he doesn't have a job, so I think he'll adapt pretty quickly too.
Yeah, I mean, being unemployed gives you a big advantage in road racing, contrary to popular belief.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, this is another team right here.
Now, we just talked about how the champion could be on Green Flag. The champion is not on this team.
Oh, dude, not even remotely close. Here's a team that is going to be in the news waves for all the wrong reasons, purely because of who I tested with on this team. Oh my God, Hunter Haas Racing. You know what? Where do I begin? Do you guys got somewhere to begin? Because I don't even know where to begin.
I always start off with your experience with Axel.
Oh, you want to talk, man? You really just want to get my blood boiling. Let me tell you about Axel. Do not come across this man at Daytona. He will pretend he will not help you. He will not push you. He will go below the double yellow. He will do everything in his power. Here's the thing. You got to pass drivers to win a race. Not to be, spewing nonsense. But Axel does it with just... He's going to... Dude, I don't...
Terrorism.
Exactly. There is going to be domestic terrorism at Daytona International Speedway by the 10 car. And if it's not the 10 car, it's going to be someone on this team. Probably the 4, probably the 14. This is a team, and the 4 is part-time.
Yes, but there is one redeeming quality about Axel. And it's the fact that he is a fan of the New England Patriots.
Look, I'm going to say this the nicest way possible. As a fan of a rival team in that same division, nothing against the New England Patriots, but, if you got someone like Axel rooting for your National Football League team, I would be changing teams. So go ahead, Hunter Haas Racing, that's a B-tier team. I'm just going to say that's a B-tier team.
B? Are you insane?
No. I think B, here's the thing. Maybe C. Look, here's the thing. It's not A. I would not be able to sleep tonight if I compared Bottle Racing with Hunter Haas Racing. I don't think Bottle would be able to sleep tonight.
Oh.
No. I don't think Hunter Haas Racing is Avery Motorsports or Toyota Gazoo Racing levels of, I'm not sure what this team's going to do. But I think they do have the advantage of they were very prevalent in preseason testing. And that's all I'm going to give them. And that's why I think they're B.
All right. Matthew, this guy's insane.
I'm not insane. They wouldn't give me this show if I was insane.
I would say B is actually fair because if Axel, KLD, or Hunter,
it's not ridiculous to say that.
I would say if they actually try to contest and don't do absolutely stupid stuff, I really think they would be a threat for every race, at least a top 5, at least one of them.
You're asking. It's like you're asking a team full of, I don't want to say stupid people, but stupid people to not do stupid things. You know, I mean, that's a double negative, man. Come on. But let's get on to this next team. This next team.
Let me tell you about this next team.
Let me tell you about this next
What's
team.
face down? F, bro.
Terrible F.
Terrible.
Hydrogen peroxide racing. Get that out of. Yeah, good boy. Keep that out of F2.
Dude.
Hey.
All right.
Anyways, all right. Let's continue with it.
All right. So
What do we
I'm going to
think?
start. Man, here's the thing. Jason, I know you picked these 2 rookies for a reason. I wasn't born yesterday. I haven't heard much about either or, really. But I know you're not stupid. I know I'm not stupid. I don't have a lot to say about this. I like the team name. The fact it's owned by you, Dur, that's a little disappointing.
Let me tell you about these rookies.
Feel free. It's just, mistakes, Dur. Like, come on. Let's talk about your team, Dur. Let's talk about your team.
We got Overpaid and Ariel, 2 individuals that I know from the Alliance Stock Car Association. I don't remember if they were ass or if they were good. I think they were all right. I don't remember. I just recognize their name. But
so, all right. Before you finish that, we got to stop with the stigma that everyone that comes out of the ASCA, or I mean the ASCA, the Alliance Stock Car Association, is the best driver to ever hit a racetrack.
I'm not saying
I'm tired of it.
I'm not saying that.
Well, look, if you're basing hiring decisions off that, and I know other teams that have done this too, that's what bothers me.
Well, here's the thing, Mason. You're forgetting an important detail.
Go ahead.
Chicken
What am I
sandwich.
forgetting? Yeah. See, that's the best you could say. Throw him an F. I'm just kidding.
And that guy in the 85.
That guy in the 85.
Watch out on the road courses.
Oh God, yeah, that's true. That's why I want. Here's the thing. I've testing Coda. I seriously think the road course setups just need to be a little looser.
No.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
No.
Just a tiny bit.
Nuh-uh.
Just a little. But I feel like there is some. Hold on. I feel like there is some official interference here by me voicing that opinion, and then that same corresponding official saying no, because he fucking puts belt to ass on these courses. Excuse my language. I hope C Sports censored what I just said. But
however,
I mean,
you are missing an important detail here. Brake earlier.
that's what I. Oh my God. All right. You know what? Fine. You know what? Shane Van Gisbergen and his crew of misfits, put him in like B tier or something. Because I seriously don't know what to think of this other team. I know that 85 car, though. Coda's going to come around. He's going to be 5 laps out of the field. And I hate it.
Oh, you heard him. Put him in B. Me personally, I would say
Actually,
S.
no, put him in A. Put him in A.
A. Ooh.
A. I mean, you're better than Hunter Haas Racing, so.
Yeah, how are you going to group my team?
Yeah,
With
see, I'm only
goddamn
grouping
Hunter.
Ghostlow with that because it's like, we don't know yet. Now, oh, man. We got gloom, despair, and heartache on this team. Let me tell you.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I'm going to start with a positive because there's not going to be a whole lot of it.
Uh-huh.
Tyler White in that 16 car for Inman Autosport. Tyler White, great dude. You know, I like racing him. You know, never gives me any problems. You know, these other two, though. Logan Helton used to drive for me at one point. He didn't have this anger, this angst with his driving. Then, I wish he did. But, and then, and I hate, you know, and you got, God, this is going to like make me sick to say this, but one of the goats of the NRRA, Nathan Inman, unfortunately, was how many championships? Can we get a fact check on that?
6 or 7.
6 or 7, okay. Well, if Nate shows up a lot, which the streets are saying that Thursday night racing is not going to be his jam, Nate is going to be carrying this team. Now, do I think Logan Hilton could sneak in a couple wins? Absolutely. Do I think Tyler White is? No. Unfortunately, no. Love the guy, but not happening. This is a team I feel like you could make a strong case for an A. I don't know if I'm quite putting them in S. Well, I'm thinking A. Maybe high A. I think I'd put them above bottle racing. But you guys, I mean, you guys got any contrary thoughts on this? I mean, because here's the thing. What Full Throttle Racing have and Green Flag Motorsports have, which are the only two teams we put in S so far, that's all 3 drivers on each of those teams are, you know, very balanced, very well accomplished. I think, not to say Tyler White is the one weighing down this team, but I mean, Tyler White isn't known for showing up a lot, you know? Now, Nate, on the other hand, maybe, yes. Now, if we did a mid-season ranking, and let's say Nate doesn't make these Thursday night races, this is an easy C tier team, but I rest my case. All right, what do we got next? Mistixo?
You got Ginty Ganassi Racing with...
What the hell is a Ginty Ganassi? Immediate F tier. This is a horrible team name. I have no idea who they are. If it's another damn Target car, I'm going to lose my mind. All right. You know what?
Put them F. They don't even have a driver.
Yeah, they don't even have a driver. Put them at F. My God, where are they on this list? Anyway, now this team, the greatest team in all of row racing. I mean, if there was an SS tier, I'd put them in it. But I mean, you know, Meme Motorsports. I love Meme. Jack Kitchell, great guy. You know, he's a prior champion. This is essentially another Swift Motorsports satellite team. We've talked more about Swift Motorsports, even though they're not on this list yet. Jack is probably one of the most quietly consistent drivers in all of the NRRA. He don't say much. You know, some days he ain't doing much, but damn, when he shows up, it's a party. And it's no Diddy party. It's a Kitchell party. And I think Meme Motorsports, yeah, I would have no problem. You know, even though they're one car, you know, we don't know what Jack's going to do yet. I'm thinking B tier. That's what I'm thinking. Unless you guys think it's C or something. Top of B. Not ridiculous to say that. I forgot Roblox kicks you for being idle.
AFK. Yeah, I need you to
both are
unlock
gone.
the server.
Oh, it's locked. Oops.
I've been trying to join back since earlier.
Yeah, Jason's just not reading the chat over here.
I was wondering why Matthew didn't come back. Whoops.
I mean, they can cut this part out or they keep it in. You know, I don't think it's a big deal.
I mean, it's funny. I'll welcome back.
It is a little funny, but you know,
Yep.
all right.
TP the drink.
They're gonna get the footage for this, and they're just gonna be like so disappointed, dude. This is why they should stay up late and record it next time. I can't wait to get a beer after this. I've been sitting on that thought for a while. Actually, I'm gonna go crack one right now before we get our next takes on.
Me too, man.
So, let's take 5 real quick. Let's take 5.
Y'all could get cheer.
Undisputed with Mason Tyler, Jason Gallagher, and Matthew Mistixo. Undisputed with Mason Tyler, Jason Gallagher, and Matthew Mistixo.
Resume? We're resumed.
We've resumed.
Next team up. Oh, God. Oh
And
god.
why? Nile O'Hare Incorporated.
Oh. Here's the thing. I'll say this much, guys. I've raced Nile maybe 3 times in my entire road racing career that has spanned 8 or 9 years at this point. Ooh, damn, I'm old. And I've heard nothing but bad things about him. I've heard nothing but drama. Now, he may be a different man. No. I'm just going off what I used to hear back in the day.
God, let me tell you, the slander, the way people talked about this man in like 2017, you think he's worse than Hitler. That's how bad they were talking about him.
Dude, yeah. There was never a single positive thing said about him. Now, I mean, he could be a changed man. Now, who I know isn't a changed man, who's also on his team, Eagle. Eagle is a notable championship runner-up to me. And he only got that far with a lucky win. So, he still maintains that he could have won that championship. But, this isn't a talk about championships. I don't hear a single championship coming from him. And I don't think that's happening in our season 30 for anyone on this team. Now, I'm not going to deny that Eagle was consistent when he needed to be. And Nile, who knows with Nile? This could easily be a worse lineup, right? This could easily be worse. But I don't know, man. I'm thinking only because Eagle has gotten some wins. He's not, I may be talking him. I might be doing the opposite of gassing him up. I'm gassing him down. I think that's a C tier organization right there. Low C.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I don't think it's ridiculous saying that. Now, oh man. You want to talk about a team that made some noise in the preseason before the preseason tournament even started.
Yep.
Oh
my god. The great number crisis. The team that didn't get the number 44. The team Max Danger. Prairie Motorsports. Man, look, I raced Max Danger a few times. He's not a bad driver. But the meltdown, everyone anticipated such a great meltdown when he couldn't get the number he wanted because he had left a previous league because he couldn't get a number he wanted. If that's what you're known for, that's probably a bad thing. Yeah, this is this team is D tier. This team's D tier. I'm just gonna say, man, I don't got much more to say outside of that. If you're known for the Cuban number crisis,
number crisis.
The Cuban number crisis of NRRA season 30. I mean, that's not a good thing. Now, I don't think this team even has a logo, but I've just been looking at the. Oh wait, do they?
Damn.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm looking at the website and the Polaris Performance Club is next. But we can keep going off your list. I don't think they have a logo.
They don't.
All right, automatic F tier for Polaris Performance Club.
It just doesn't sound like a powerhouse team.
That's an F tier. Look, man, if your team name is based off a side-by-side and a mid side-by-side brand at that, yeah, just get the hell out, man. Like, come on, let's be real now.
Who's even on their roster?
I don't.
The new guy.
I think it's just the team owner, Nordify. I don't know who this dude is. His Roblox avatar kind of creeps me out, though.
All right.
Penske left, so he got his team. His
okay. Team
So
used
he
to be
has,
Penske. What the hell is that saying the right there, Mr. XL?
What did I just miss?
Yeah, it said it was an ad for MI Day Test.
That's what I was. There it is. I was trying to show you that earlier.
How do I add another image?
I hope it didn't mess up our rankings, dude. This is gonna be terrible. Oh, you duplicated the tab. That's good. Don't worry about it. They're F tier. There ain't nothing to talk about. Just next team. We got shit to do.
Oh, all right. Well, that's gonna be the logo.
Dude, we're doing a logo reveal on Mason Tyler's Undisputed. It's just Eminence Paint, bro.
I just made their logo for a
Awesome.
little bit.
That's
yeah.
All right, next team,
Moving on.
Sky High Motorsports. This is a
Now, this is a team
look. Here's the thing.
that I've never fucking heard of.
It's not as much of the team I've never heard of. The only guy I know on there is Windsor. I've heard of them like a couple of times, but this team just seems a little off-putting to me. They seem a little weird. They seem a little up the knuckle. They seem like a backwards mechanic kind of team. Like there's just something here, man. And that's, when I say that, it's not good or bad. It's just something. Being a 3-car organization in the big NRRA, though, that's a pretty big accomplishment, you know? But then again, I don't know anything about these guys. Mistixo, what do you got for us?
Absolutely nothing, because I've never heard of any of these drivers.
Now, let me tell you this much. If there's a guy on your team named Bye Soccer Boy as a Roblox name, look, man, I have all respect for that stuff, man. But
Now,
if that's in your Roblox name,
on the topic of that guy, did you see that paint scheme he made?
that paint scheme was terrible.
Oh, no.
That looked, man, good wrench on a Dodge and the number 3. Dale Sr.'s rolling in his grave right now, man. Look, I get it. We all turn to dust someday. But if I've turned to dust and I have to, you know, maybe there's even a whiff of that in my universe, I'm going to be eternally disappointed.
Dale is doing a blowover in his grave right now.
Dude, yeah. he's recreating the 01500 right now, man. This is not. Oh, dude, this is. I'm realizing half the stuff that's coming out of my mouth. They're gonna have to get rid of.
My favorite part.
It's okay. It's okay. But Sky High, you know, that's what they want. You want entertaining, you'll get entertaining. Use that
My favorite
soundbite.
part
Yeah.
Is that the image that he used is just like 12 pixels.
Dude, it looks like he took it on like one of those Nokia brick phones, bro. Like, what the hell am I looking at?
No, so if you look at
Fun fact, I one time tried to make a K&N car at one point, but since the K&N logo is not symmetrical, obviously, it didn't. I just scrapped it because I couldn't think of anything cool to do with it. So if that's what that side of the scheme looks like, I don't even want to know what the other side of the scheme looks like. But I digress. Look, Sky High Motorsports. I don't know where to put them. I'm thinking.
I want to say bottom C.
You know. Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to say D because I feel like I'd be ashamed if I put them above DT or Eternal Dynamics. But I mean, 3-car team, that is, you know, that's nothing to scoff at. Low C is probably fair.
Does his tag on his avatar say daddy?
What?
What the hell, man? Who are they letting into the NRRA nowadays? And now you want to talk about a team that who the hell are they letting in? Oh God.
No.
So Saguaro Motor Group, or SMG, owned by none other than Marcus Vanderlee.
Let me tell you about Marcus real quick.
Man, you know, I don't want to make this about the team owner because he doesn't drive.
Yeah.
But this is ultimately what that's going to be. This is what this is going to be about.
Let me tell you about Marcus. We all know he's big. You know, we all know that. But
He's hefty.
But when I think of Marcus, I think of the time in Charlotte where he weighed down Dylan's truck. As soon as that moment we picked him up from the airport, he took a seat in the back seat. Dylan and I just saw his suspension just calm down, and we laughed at it for a good 15 minutes. There were people just standing there wondering why we were laughing so hard.
Yeah. It's everything that's been prophesized and more, let me tell you.
Yeah, I could talk about that Thursday night in Concord, North Carolina for a good 45 minutes. But
that's the topic of the next episode, actually. It's that night in Concord.
Got it. But let's look at Marcus's roster. I don't know who the hell Cincy and me is.
but they look like a furry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wash Hitler in
Look.
the 54.
Yeah. King Prime. Yeah. So if you want to talk about somebody who has a almost as bad notoriety as Niall does, look no further than King Prime. There is these two are like almost two peas in a pod, man. They are a member of the crew that for a long time, not a single soul said anything positive about them on road racing. Now, this is the big 26, the big 2026. This is the big NRRA season 30. Things change, you know. I mean, this is just an interesting lineup to me. And you look who's driving the 56, Marcus's number. Poor Shocker got stuck with that number. Shocker is a great dude. Shocker, smart guy. You know, if Mistixo didn't get the job, Shocker would be the resident smart guy. But you know, I'm just kidding. We love you, Mistixo. But I don't know. This is an interesting lineup.
I want to say, I'm thinking bottom B here.
Yeah, you know, I'd have to agree. I think this could be a team that shocks some people. For, you know, as much shit as we talk about it.
I see what you did there.
yeah. Dude, I didn't even realize I did that. I'm gonna be honest.
Alrighty.
Now this is a team that's an immediate F tier. This next
Absolutely.
team. Yeah, absolutely F tier. Just kidding.
Right, Team Blitz.
Swift Motorsports. If there was an award for losing championships, this team would win it. How many championships has this team lost? Too goddamn many. You know, and I own this team. This is my team. I can say whatever the hell I want about it. And let me tell you. Okay. All right. I love the guys on Swift. You know, Ray's a good dude. Good dude. Albeit a furry, he's a good dude. You know, he's helped me run the team. You know, and we obviously got Mir on there. We got Victoria on there. Mir, multi-time winner. Think top 15 NRRA wins. Same thing goes for Ray. Same thing goes for Victoria. This is a powerhouse organization right here. Now,
this is a team that's all going to make the playoffs. The Chase.
Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind. I think unless somehow we get some real shockers, I really don't think. I mean this. Yeah. Fuck it. You know what? Just go ahead and put in my own team in S tier. Now that's one you guys can decide. If it's honestly, we got to reorganize. So we got Full Throttle, Green Flag, and Swift in S tier. Who's the top dog there?
I want to say swap Full Throttle and Swift.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I feel like. But regardless, I think the champion's gonna be one of those three teams.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't disagree. I mean, granted, you know, I like hearing that
right there. Just those three teams.
It's just it's like, dude, it's the big three, but the teams. Now this next team right here, Team Blitzed. This is a interesting team, and this is a good interesting, not a bad interesting. I don't hate this. I don't hate this team. This is a shocker team right here. I mean, they got a lightning bolt in their logo. There's going to be something from this team that I don't think people are going to be expecting. I mean, I don't know much about Greasy Bacon, but Rez Levin, you know, raced with him and Aska, you know, and Dork HQ I've raced with somewhere. But this is, I like this team. I like it.
Yeah. I think this is
A.
This is an A. This is an A.
Yeah, I'd say an A. Maybe put him above Bottle. No, put him above Inman.
Alrighty.
I don't know.
Torch Labs.
Oh boy. Now this is immediate F tier. Put him in F tier. I'm just kidding.
Get them out of here.
Get him out. Get out. B-Rad. All right. B-Rad this, B-Rad that. Okay? I've heard enough about goddamn B-Rad in preseason Thunder. I am tired of hearing about B-Rad. B-Rad doesn't have a championship.
Yet.
Okay? This is not yet. B-Rad does not have a championship.
Yet.
There's... I'm tired of hearing about how great B-Rad is going to be. Yeah, he's probably got it figured out. B-Rad definitely playoff threat. But I'm tired of people glazing the hell out of him. I've got this guy a win when he had a team briefly. I know everything. And I think that this is a team that is going to be good, but I'm tired of hearing about goddamn B-Rad. Now, the other two drivers. I don't know, man. What do you got on this? What do you got on this?
You got an NRA veteran, Thomas. Now.
Oh, that's an interesting veteran right there.
Now, we have an issue with Thomas, and also with Mir. I forgot to mention this. Doing Swift. They're Buffalo Bills fans, and that's a problem
we've
to
had
me.
numerous meetings about. Yeah, we've had numerous meetings about that. That's unfortunate, but some things just can't change. And this is a team that I think this is a strong A. I'd put them at the top of A.
I
don't think they're quite S. They're close. They're about 6 or 7-ish inches away from S, but just not there. Now, turns left. Enterprise is the last. And then we'll take a little break after this. But turns left Enterprises. We have a former champion and Damien on this team. Not many people know that. This guy won an NRRA championship. This guy's good. Now consistent, but it's a former champion right there. Now this epic Dino Rex person, I know nothing about. Unless you guys do. I know nothing.
I do not.
But I mean, I would say this team, I'm going to say strong B. I'm thinking a strong B.
That's a strong B.
Because the only reason it's keeping them from A is if Damien was still consistent, still a bit more, I think that would be an A caliber team. But right here, let's recap this real quick. This is what we got for our NRRA Season 30 preseason tier list. We have Swift Motorsports, Green Flag Motorsports, and Full Throttle Racing, an S tier. Torque Labs, Team Blitzed, MN Autosport, Bottle Racing, and Hydrogen Peroxide Racing, an A tier. Turns Left Enterprises, Meme Motorsports, Go Slow Racing, Hunter Haas Racing, Saguaro Motor Group, in B tier. C tier, Avery Motorsports, Toyota Gazoo Racing, Nialo Hair Sky High Motorsports, and C. D tier is DT Motorsports, Eternal Dynamics, GT Autosport, whatever the hell that team's called.
The horse.
Prairie Motorsports, in D. And then F is none other than Something Ganassi Racing and Polaris Performance Club. I love that logo. That's great. But that's where we're going to wrap up the little tier ranking. We're going to take a little break so Mistixo can do his thing.
Alrighty.
All right. So let's talk some ball here. Let's talk some elite ball. And by elite ball, I mean chase predictions. So a little bit of a refresh to the NRRA's chase is happening. And it is going to follow the current, if you follow NASCAR, kind of chase format. 10 drivers will make it. Now, 8 will be off of points. 9th and 10th place, I believe, according to Jason Gallagher here, is based off of who has the most wins from 9th to 20th, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Okay. So, there's a lot of competent drivers that I think are going to be a threat for this. And I think we got to get some of the easy ones out of the way. I think we split this in half. We start with who's going to be 1st through 5th, and then who's going to be 6th to 8th, and then who's going to be our wild cards.
Delicious.
So I'll go first since you got your official predictions written down. But I'm gonna say this much, and I'm not gonna guess wins here. I think your easy top 5 drivers that are gonna make it. I think you're gonna have Mirror. Excuse me. I think you're gonna have B-Rad. I think you're gonna have Quan, Ethan, and I think Victoria. That's going to be my easy 5. I think that's going to be my easy 5. Yeah, let's say in that order.
Let me write this down. Mirror, Red, Quan,
Bread.
Ethan, Victoria.
Yeah, I think now I'm not saying this because I think Mirror will have a extraordinarily dominant season. I think Mirror is going to be consistent. Now, if you want to talk about drivers who may win a bunch, Green Flag Motorsports is the team that wins. They should be called Checker Flag Motorsports with the amount they take. So, and now these can be a bit more interchangeable. 6th to 8th, I think these guys are also, surefire going to make it. I think Ray, Nate, and
that's your 8.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's 7.
That's 7.
That's your 6 and 7.
I'm gonna say, ooh, this is. This 8th one. I think I gotta be a bit more sure about. I'm looking through here. I'm refamiliarizing myself with the lineups. 8th. I think this is going to be, they're going to have an unexpectedly consistent season. I think that's going to be Logan Helton, 8th.
Okay.
Now, that might be me just talking out of my ass, but I think, if he's anything like he was in preseason Thunder, that's going to be a problem. Now, 9th and 10th. Some notables I didn't include on this list. Mistixo I could see being, here or there because, we all have lives and Mistixo's gotten more of one recently, just from me conversating with him. He's not here to commentate this segment right now as he's, taking a little break, taking a little breather. I think, I'm glad he can't hear me say this. I think Mistixo misses the playoffs.
It's not ridiculous to say.
I think he'll win at least once, but I think he's missing the playoffs. Now, I think Lexus does make the playoffs. He's going to be one of those wild card guys. That's going to be 9th. Now 10th. Ooh, this is another kind of tough one.
I will say
I think Outlaw is going to be the 10th one. Outlaw is going to be 10th.
You think humans like?
I think I miss the playoffs, and I think Mistixo misses the playoffs. That's my prediction.
I could see you easily interchanging Helton and Lexus.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I just don't see Outlaw as anything but a wild card kind of in.
Yeah. Like I could see Lexus kind of like sneaking in that last spot, and then say Logan wins like 2-3 races, gets his wild card, and then Outlaw wins like Atlanta.
Yeah.
And like what's the term? Walk off gets in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that is if we don't have like a ton of winners.
Another thing to consider, I think so I'm looking at your prediction, Dylan's prediction, and Bottle's prediction here. A lot of these are very widespread. Like, this is assuming that multiple drivers get wins. We could easily have, and we have had before in the past, big 3 situations where only the same rotation of guys win. I mean, there was a time where Corbin Collins, that's a name that may ring a bell for a lot of you, was dominant. So was Logan Sully, those were 2 guys that were they were BTA to the entire field. And, there was a time, and it's only happened twice in my career where I've had seasons like that, and it was, you have, I would say, maybe not as low as 2, but I wouldn't say quite 3, maybe 4 guys those are the guys. You typically have your 2 big winners, and then your 3rd and 4th are the guys who are just super damn consistent, maybe a win or 2. And those are the people you're watching. They're just filling up the calendar. They're filling up the schedule, man.
Yeah. I would have to really agree with that. But also,
yeah.
And then think of to guys like B-Rat. The guy is cracked with these cars for some reason. We could have more guys who are just randomly just good. I could widen this up. Say no joke at 10, 6 or 7 dominant guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, here's the thing: B-Rad this, B-Rad that. I gotta agree with that statement. I'm not that stupid and that blind to say that B-Rad might not be one of them, because I think it's more likely than not.
Yeah.
But Dur, let's go over your nice little predictions. What's your thoughts?
All right, my predictions that I made 2 weeks ago. Shit. Okay. We have my top 5. This is entering the chase. This is after Atlanta. I think my top 5 is B-Rad, Ryan Kwan, Ray, Mir, and Mason.
No way.
Now, I might change my mind on Mason. I probably won't.
I knew it.
But my 6th to 8th is Inman, Ethan, and my driver Overpaid. I think he sneaks in without a win. And then my wild cards.
That's low key kind of based.
My wild cards are what's her face, Victoria, and Lexus. Those are my wild cards. I think they
so both a Swift and a full throttle racing car as wild cards. I don't hate that. I mean, I think, like you said, it could be a bit more widespread than we think it will be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really got more to add on chase predictions. There's things I like, there's things I don't like. It's way too soon. These are way too soon chase predictions. I think a lot could change. So
let's just leave it at that. Race winner predictions.
Way too soon race winner predictions. That's totally never been done before.
You have the sheet up and go through the schedule. Or I could just say it.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Bowman Gray. Who wins Bowman Gray?
This isn't the prediction. This is the actual schedule.
Yeah, this is just going over the whole schedule. I think Bowman Gray, we would just go to anyone. Especially on a right restart where everyone's just running into each other. I think this could just be this could be a Mason Tyler win.
A Bowman Gray win? What are we smoking, Dur? Can I have some? Because there's no conceivable way that I do well at a short track. It's rare. It don't happen.
I think you just gotta trust the process, man.
Do it for the love of the game. That's what they say. Yeah.
What's Mason's prediction?
For Bowman Gray? Yeah. Shoot. I mean, we're talking Clash. This has a shock winner written all over it. And I'm not talking shocker when I say that. I think this could very well be a Hunter Haas, win. This sounds like something Axel Brady would win. And if it's not Axel Brady, then this sounds like something Mistixo would win, or something that Fallen would win, or Soulful would win. Those are kind of the guys I think, because a lot of people see the Clash as it's just an exhibition. Who cares? I mean, I can't even recall if I've won Clashes ever. I don't typically keep track. That's how little I don't really, not that I don't care, but they're a good time. But it's the Clash, the big show is the Daytona 500, and that's going to see a lot of qualifiers come for it, and I think that's what a lot of people are kind of, here in row racing, this is Roblox. We're not doing a lot of effort other than pressing a couple of keys, right? I think a lot of it's mental. Like when I say like a lot of it is, you just kind of, mentally prepare yourself to listening to people scream. Or in the case of the team VCs, being hyper aware of your surroundings on the racetrack, maybe accounting for vision lag, maybe accounting for this, maybe accounting for that, that's kind of the approach you take. You kind of mentally, lower your cortisol, take it easy, and go out there and have some fun because it's Roblox.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the duels. We can go right to Daytona 500. This is anyone's race when it comes down.
Oh
to
yeah, I love the setups, man. I think you're gonna have some of your very strict restrictor plate dominant guys, but I mean, me personally, I am not to toot my own horn here, but I'm kind of a restrictor plate merchant. And that goes for just not even just in the NRRA. I've won Talladega a couple times. Never won a 500, but Talladega and Atlanta. And then ASCA. My best ASCA finish when it was still Roblox was third at Daytona in my first start. Like, yeah, it's anybody's game, but there's a certain game you need to play. It's anybody's race. I don't know. There's going to be dominant cars. Now, if that dominant car wins, that remains to be seen,
Yeah. So I think we look at the roster and just pick a random guy. I think Greasy Bacon wins the Daytona 500.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous to say that. I think, let me throw a dart at a dartboard here. I think Max Danger wins the 500.
That is not ridiculous to say.
I think it's going to either be so stupid or one of the cleanest races ever. And if it's one of the so stupid ones, it's going to be a guy like that. And then he'll win the 500 and ask for the 44. And he won't get it. But
the Cuban number crisis continues.
The Cuban number crisis continues into Daytona. After all, Cuba ain't that far from Florida. So.
Yeah. All right,
it'd only be fair.
Fire these. Las Vegas.
Oh boy. That's Quan, man.
That's Quan. I think that's Ethan.
That's Quan. You can interchange the two. That's one of them.
I think week 2 to week 3, 4, 5. Can I count? I think week 2 to week 5 is where you're really gonna see like who's actually half decent with these. So I think you think Quan, I think Ethan. We're gonna go to Auto Club.
Oh, Auto Club. I think if James shows up, this is a James win, or it's gonna be Jack.
I'd have to agree. My delusions say James is winning this race. All right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Here's a track that you have never seen or heard of. Central Montana International.
You're winning this race. You're winning this race.
This is a road course.
Just saying. You're winning this race.
All right.
Jason Gallagher is going to be the winner of Central Montana International Raceway. You heard it here first.
All right, Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's next.
Who do you have from Nashville?
Oh,
Matthew's back.
Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Nashville. This is Nathan Inman. This is Nathan Inman. Yeah, if he's not gonna, he kind of takes a little bit to heat up sometimes, but this is Nathan Inman.
Yeah.
Coda, you're gonna win this race.
All right.
You're winning all the road courses. You're just gonna sweep them like your heart's desire. New Hampshire. This is where I think Victoria wins this. I think Victoria wins New Hampshire, the short track. Yep.
All right.
The All-Star race
is the New Hampshire road course.
I think Shocker wins the New Hampshire road course. No particular reason.
I think Charlotte. This is where my only NRA. This is where my only NRA win came.
Damn. No,
I don't. You're right.
I have to disagree. I think I'm winning this race.
Well,
I felt like a freaking machine in the preseason race here.
but can you do that? Can you be a machine for 200 laps?
Man, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for longer than Mystixo's been a thought, and he's our co-host. Like, come on. Okay, this is the road course I don't think you're going to win. Mexico City. I think Outlaw wins this. No particular reason.
I wonder
I think
why.
Outlaw wins. I think Outlaw wins this.
I think this is a quad win.
No, Pocono. I think Aiden Morse. I think Mirror wins Pocono.
I'd have to agree with that.
I think it's going to be one of those boring races that a Swift car wins. That's just kind of how it goes. Indy. I hate to say Swift's going back to back, but Swift's going back to back here. Indy, it's going to be Ray. If it's not Ray, it's probably going to be Quan again.
Well, I could totally see this being. Could be like this. Could just be like a random ass like Thomas win or something. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Indy is kind of a wild card race. Chicago Street Course. No, this is one I don't think you'll necessarily win either, because I think this is going to be chaos.
Yeah.
I think. Dude, this is a tough one.
Race.
I think Nathan Inman bullshits his way into this win.
Yeah, I say Hunter Housecar bullshits his way into this one.
Oh, that's not ridiculous to say either.
Like the guy in the 14 I've never heard of. Maybe he just like fucks his way into this.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm saying you're hearing it here first. It's gonna happen here. Michigan. What we think about Michigan?
I think a bottle racing car.
Yeah, that's what the streets are wanting, but I don't think the streets are gonna have it, unfortunately. I think this is gonna be another Ethan win.
I think you're about to see the SoFar Green lock-in session.
Okay.
Is that right?
You want to
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think now, speaking of Mathieu, I think Mathieu wins Atlanta. I think he wins. He's going to clutch his way into the playoffs. If he can't clutch here, he ain't making it. It is sponsored. It is the Mystixo Visuals 195.
I feel, honestly, I think Niall would win this race if he shows up. I really think.
Who? I don't know
Kyle.
who will win this race, but I feel like someone could walk off their way into the chase with this one.
Atlanta, 100%. If it's anything, yeah, I mean, you know what? After testing it, yes, 100%. It's gonna be a fun one. Win or lose, it's gonna be a fun race. I mean, testing it was fun. Now let's talk playoffs. Darlington. This has Green Flag Motorsports written all over it.
This is the most Ryan Kwan win you'll ever see.
This is a Quan win.
This is
Now,
gonna
Watkins
be the
Glen.
That is going to be the most leather to bare ass cheeks win you'll ever see.
Yep, Darlington Raceway. Quan is going to lead all but maybe 2 laps, and those 2 laps are going to be led by like Hunter or something.
Someone during a pit cycle.
Yeah, Watkins Glen. That's another Jason Gallagher win.
Hell yeah, brother.
If it's not a Jason Gallagher win, I could see Victoria winning here.
I could see Ray win this. This is an easy road course. This is a really easy road course.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Rockingham.
I think I see myself winning the one. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Rockingham is going to be a toss-up, but I think Rockingham is some non-playoff driver will win Rockingham. You can put that in writing right now. I got a gut feeling it's going to happen. I think Overpaid is going to miss the playoffs, but he's going to win here at Rockingham.
Okay. Bristol.
Oh, this has
This has beer as name written all over it.
this is a Torque Labs win.
This is definitely a B-Rad win.
This is a B-Rad win.
I think the chases with B-Rad turns on the Jets.
Yeah, I don't know. Talladega is going to set some people straight. I think I win Talladega. Just going to say it. I think I'll win Talladega.
I think
Not to suck my own.
Pick a random guy from here.
Or if it's not going to be me winning Talladega, I think it's going to be
I think Lexus.
You know
wins
what? I think
Talladega.
Malik will win Talladega. Actually, I changed my Malik is going to win Talladega.
You know what? I think it's gonna be a James win, bro. Go slow. I think Go Slow's winning.
It's not ridiculous to say that. I think some unk is going to win this race. It don't matter. It's going to be someone who's been doing this for a long time. Now, worldwide technology, I think Aiden is going to get a win here. I think that this is a mirror win.
I think B-Rag goes 2 for 3 here.
Dude, enough about this B-Rad glaze, man. I just don't see it happening. I just look. I think he'll win. I don't think the glaze extends to worldwide technology though. Texas, however, Texas is a B-Rad win. I think, or if it's not a B-Rad win, I think it's going to be an Ethan win.
I think
this is a race where Quan finishes like second.
Yeah, this is definitely a green flag one.
Martinsville Speedway. Martinsville, interesting.
Martinsville Speedway.
I think it's a green flag motorsports.
Not Martinsville. No,
I think this is where Logan Helton wins.
I don't hate that. But I could see Lexus winning here, too.
Really?
A little late season win if he misses, especially if he misses the playoffs. I don't know, or the chase, whatever the heck you want to call it.
But for Phoenix, that's where I see Lexus winning.
I could see that, but I think Phoenix. If Marcus was still racing, I would say Marcus would win in Phoenix, but he's not. I think Nathan Inman wins Phoenix.
Honestly, I feel like Max will pull some bullshit stuff on Phoenix.
Homestead. This is where someone will lose the championship. Guaranteed.
This is where I think Ryan Kwan puts belt to fucking ass and wins the championship.
I think I'd have to agree with you.
Matthew?
Yeah. I never really seen him race too much. I would see it because I raced him once. He was fast as shit. I did not like that.
Quan and fast and shit are kind of synonymous, unfortunately, for many of us. Now, all right, so to wind down this, I think we should review some paint schemes. Now, if C Sports and goes and finds these, that's up to them. I think we've covered the team tier list. We've covered chase predictions, winner predictions. We talked about the Clash briefly. I think we should wrap this up with paint schemes. I still have an assignment I need to do anyway. But talking paint schemes, just save ourselves a unneeded transition here. Excuse my stuttering. I think if you want to talk ball, we can. What should we talk about first? The schemes that we don't like, or the schemes that we do like? Because I think actually we'll save the schemes we don't like for last, because I think that's going to get pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
So schemes that I do like that I've seen. Now, not to be by. Now, I will say the Hunter Haas cars. There's not a lot of creativity there. You get, if C Sports throws them on the screen, the 4, 10, 14, it's all Stewart Haas racing cars. It's all based off real life stuff. I don't hate them. They look nice. I just don't love them because they're not original. I'm a big fan of originality.
I could say
another scheme I like is the scheme that Dylan made for the number 3 driver by Soccer Boy. It's good.
Yeah, better than the one the other guy made.
Yeah, the one he made before that, the good wrench on the Dodge. Now I'll say this looks good because I'm biased, but the 45 car, the Victoria's driving, the Superheat one, the monochromatic one, I really like that. I think that is some of my best work yet, probably. It's a very striking looking car. We were shitting on him earlier, but Max Danger's number 6, the Prairie Mobile car, I kind of like it.
A pretty good car.
Yeah, not something I was expecting from him, but I kind of like it. That's a damn nice looking car. I'm gonna throw this all in one batch here, but all the bottle racing cars and the Go Slow cars, because they're all the same.
They're all pretty good.
They're all right. I love Bottle. I just think a lot of his schemes look kind of the same. I like the Long John Silver's car and the 27. I just think the Aspire Motorsports font doesn't do those schemes justice most of the time. But what can I say? I use Aspire Motorsports font for my cars.
Yeah.
So
I like the 5. The 5 is a good car.
the Roto Rooter, yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
looking car. The 61, I'm not sold.
It's a good scheme, but it's just a remake.
Yeah, the 76 though, that Monkey's driving the Lincoln Park car, that's pretty damn creative. I like that.
Even though he stole that idea from me, but we're gonna ignore that.
I've
Anyway.
been dying to talk about this one. The hydrogen peroxide racing fleet of Exalta cars. Talk about copy and pasting the same design, but using a different gradient each time.
And I have to say, they look pretty good.
They look pretty good. I can't say anything too bad other than I know exactly. Well, I shouldn't say I know exactly how you did it, but I can take a pretty damn good guess, and I like them. They're sharp. Yeah, we were already talking
about the scheme above them in the schemes channel.
God,
the number 1.
Oh,
I just don't like. Look, Amazon is going to be the next. If you guys have ever seen Cyberpunk, they're going to be the next Arasaka. They're going to own everybody and everything. Not a fan of the company. I think the car is very bland. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the clean design that can, be bland. It functions as a sponsor. Like, oh, you want to show off the brand? Have some damn creativity. I don't hate it. I don't quite love it either, though. A car I do love, and again, this is gonna be me very biased. The car I made for myself, the Gym Reapers 77. That's something right there. I cooked with that. I'll say it. That's some stuff right there. Yeah, I'm guggling my old balls over here, man.
Gurgle myself. I like the 25 car.
That 25 car is nice. I like a monster car that's not all black. Like it's got some white to it.
Now, if you went all the way up to the top of the schemes channel, you'll find probably my favorite car.
The WeatherTech car. It's a shame that WeatherTech CEO pulled out of sponsoring race cars.
Yeah, he ditched Trackhouse in favor of a better team, hydrogen peroxide racing.
As they should. Now, this scheme just dropped. We're recording this 12:19 a.m. Eastern. This dropped as of about exactly 30 minutes ago. The number 57 car, the K&N car at the very bottom.
This is a much better K&N car than the other one.
Oh yeah, I agree. I like the subtle gradient. I think I don't like the sponsor placement. Everyone wants to use this. Here's the thing. Here's what pisses me off, and I'm going to go on a small rant about this. I am tired of seeing computer parts manufacturing brands like Asus and Logitech. Asus and Logitech would never be on the same car. I don't care if your motherboard's an Asus and you're using a Logitech headset. It would never be on the same car. Or the same car. Asus has made peripherals before. Logitech makes a whole bunch of other stuff. It would not be on the same car. Similar to how what drives me crazy is if you have AMD or NVIDIA or Intel on the same car, they would all murder each other in real life. And you mean to tell me they're cool with each other being on the same car? No! They're all competitors! Like, that's what drives me crazy when people use computer sponsors. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, touching more on some of these other schemes. 96, the Dork HQ Circle K car. I like it. It's simple. The associate sponsor placement's good. I like it. What I don't not like as much is the 42 car.
Which, because they're both ass.
The Target one is rough looking. The FedEx one just somehow looks worse.
Look at the front corner of the design. Why is the purple not lined up like the rest of it?
I don't know. What drives me crazy is same thing here is like if I get it, I wasn't always a great scheme designer. It took me some tries, but You gotta circle back to basic color theory, bro. Like, come on. But I don't know. That's all we have available. We could talk about the '09, but that's just a black car with a logo slapped on it. But I mean, yeah, that's all we got for schemes right now. Whether C Sports cuts this whole section or not remains to be seen. If they want to put up all the pictures of what we were just talking about, but no, I think that's going to wrap us up for episode 1 of Mason Tyler's Undisputed, and I'm excited to do this more with some of my good road racing buddies and Jason Gallagher and Matthew Stixo. So, what are you guys thinking? Is this what are we thinking? We got any final words? And see, that just summarizes it right here. How much of a joke this show is.
Hell yeah.
All right. Dirk can decide to stop the recording whenever. But yeah, this has been Mason Tyler's Undisputed. See you next time.
Undisputed with Mason Tyler, Jason Gallagher, and Matthew Mistixo.
This telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or re-uploaded in any form without giving explicit credit to C Media, the featured properties under its C Sports division, and the sanctioning bodies featured in this presentation.